Hello, this is part 2 in a series where I will attempt to compile the Adobe Photoshop 1.1 source code. Please see part 1 if you haven't seen that, where I discuss the history of the Photoshop source code release and how to install the Macintosh Programmer's Workshop. Now, once you have the Macintosh Programmer's Workshop installed, here is an example Hello World C program. You can use the Create Makefile function in the Build menu to choose your C source file, and it will create a makefile. And then you choose the Build command and run it. And we've successfully built a C Hello World program. Next, by pressing the Enter key on the keyboard, the Enter key, not the Return key, we can launch the compiled application. And you saw there that it did print the Hello World even though standard I/O isn't really supported. So for the next example, here is a Pascal program which actually initializes the entire toolbox. In Pascal, you don't have to use parentheses after a procedure call. That doesn't take any parameters. And in the Macintosh Toolbox, we have to initialize a bunch of Macintosh Toolbox libraries. And then down here, we're waiting for a mouse click. And that's our very simple program that does nothing but launch, initialize, wait for a mouse click. And I've already created the makefile here. Oh, no, I haven't actually. So let's create the makefile for the Pascal program. Let's give it the name Hello. Choose the Pascal source file. Choose the application output type. Create our makefile. And now we can run it from the build menu again. Clear the previous output. And now we're compiling our Pascal program that uses the toolbox. And now once again, when we are on the line that says hello, if we press the Enter key on the keyboard by the numpad, not the Return key, on a modern keyboard that would be function return to press Enter, then we can launch the application and it printed Hello World, and we clicked to exit. Now for the final demonstration, here is an assembly program, and this assembly program is extremely simple. The only thing we do is call beep and then exit. I didn't record the sound for this screen recording, so you can't hear the beep, but it does work. I already created the makefile, so I'll just run hello a makefile build. And there, we built it. Now again, if I press the Enter key on this line, it'll run it, and it started and ran and beeped, even though you couldn't hear it. And then it shut back down and went back to the Macintosh Programmer's Workshop. So that's a quick tutorial on how to do Hello World in C and Hello World in Pascal with basic Macintosh Toolbox calls, and how to do probably the simplest possible assembly program where we just beep and then exit. I hope you enjoyed it. The next part will include installing MacApp and probably building a very simple MacApp application. MacApp is the Object Pascal framework that sits on top of the Macintosh Toolbox that the original version of Photoshop was originally written in. And then after that, we will get to another part probably where we actually try to compile Photoshop. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.